Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Donati. In lieu of the e-learning day that we'll have on Tuesday, I'm going to go through my Canvas page, and then I'm going to have you make a folder for me in a Google Doc, and I'll walk you through what to have in your folders, um, and then I'll teach you how to share it with me. So first off, here is my Canvas page. Really, the only four things you need to know on the navigation bar is the home tab, announcements, the sign out sheet, and modules. I'll explain the sign out sheet on Thursday in class. But when you look at my module page, there's a couple links that are important that if you and your parents would like to know a little bit more about class, you can. In particular, the calendar basically would show the entire semester. This could change in lieu of if we have guest speakers or anything like that. But feel free if you're ever absent. This is what you want to look at, so you know exactly what to do on that particular day that you're absent. Now, when we go into the module page, is what it looks like. And this is we're going to look at the first lesson that we'll work more on Thursday. But basically, I have my lesson set up in a routine. Basically, what that means is that my lessons will be basically the same thing in terms of how we handle class, unless we're doing a special project like a PBL. So the first lesson is drugs, lesson one. What is drug addiction? And as you go through it, again, we'll do a majority of this on Thursday. There are red tabs, and those red tabs mean basically what you have to accomplish during the school day. And this is my actual text that we'll use during the year. So you don't need to bring a textbook if you have one. Basically, it's attached to my Canvas page. As you move farther down, if you're ever absent, I do have videos of basically the lesson itself, usually about 8 to 10 minutes. That feel free to listen if you're on a field trip, if you're sick, you have a family emergency. Basically, you can go to this and listen to the actual the video of me talking about the material in that particular lesson. The next thing I'd like you to accomplish is what drug addiction is. The mastery check link. And basically, these are three questions that you would basically uh, look at or answer. If you get it right, you move on to the next question. If you miss it, then you would actually have to listen to a video talking about what the correct answer would be. Anytime there is a purple um, color to a tab or part of the lesson, that's what we'll do together as a group. So in this particular video, it's basically entitled Nugget, and it's a great video illustrating what actual addiction is. We also have Powtoons that we'll do. And then if you notice, this particular video is in green. Basically, anything in green is something that you should aspire to do. If you want to learn a little bit more about whatever subject matter we're talking about, feel free to watch the video. The study mate, and I'll click on this just really quick, is a self assessment or self check. And you'd want to click on the matching and read the question and then just click on the potential answers. So the first one is, in this particular question, is when a drug is intentionally used improperly unsafely, that would be drug abuse. Boom. And then you would just go to the next question. As we continue with the lesson, then we have another self check. This is 5 questions. Some of them sometimes are 10, but basically it's what are you learning, or have you learned the things that I want you to learn in class? So the first question is the junction between two nerve cells, and the correct answer would be synapse. And then you would click on the next button and would go to the next question. A lot of the activities we'll do in class will be time oriented, meaning I'll give you 30 seconds to answer 5 questions with this. The last two things we're going to look at in particular is um, things you're going to put in a folder that I'm going to have you make in a little bit. So I'll go ahead and click this, and I'll teach you in just a little bit how to copy that and put it in your folder. So with that being said, we're now going to transition to Google. Now, in a few seconds, or the best thing to do as you watch this video is to stop as you go through and name your folders. So what I'd like you to do is the first thing is you will make a new folder and you will type your last name. So I'm going to put my last name in, comma, first name, and since you're in black 1, we put B1, and you'd hit create. Now, you need to click on this particular folder and you need to make sure you give me access rights. So the first thing is you'd want to share, and make sure that anytime you put anything in these folders, you want to put either staff member or anybody with the link. Then you'd want to go ahead and put my name. If you just start typing my first name and you get RAOUL right here, you would click it, make sure there's the edit button, and you'd hit send. Okay, discard. All right, so I'm going to remove this folder. All right, and let's go back to the first 6 folders that I want you to put in your Google folder. The first one is addiction. The second one is CPR. The third one is diseases. The fourth folder is human development, mental health, and then nutrition. So as you start putting folders inside of your folder, feel free to stop the video until you get caught up. After you get these folders completed, then you want to click on the addiction folder. And in this one, you want to create 5 folders: alcohol, drugs, nervous system, tobacco, and then vaping. Inside the drug folder, we're going to put 7 new folders. The first one is depressant and club drugs. The second one is drug addiction, hallucinogens and inhalants, marijuana, narcotics, PEDs, and stimulants. So in a few minutes, we're going to go back to that worksheet I opened up, and we are going to put it in this folder, and I'm going to show you how to make a copy and then move it into this folder. So let's go back to the addiction. All right, with the other folders, alcohol, nervous system, tobacco, and vaping, you do not need to put any folders in there. The next folder I want to turn our attention to is the disease folder. In the disease folder, you want to make 6 folders: lesson 1, lesson 2, cancer, heart disease, HIV, and STIs. After you get those completed, then we want to look at human development, childhood and the stages of life, heredity and pregnancy, the endocrine system, the male reproductive system, and the female reproductive system. And then the last folder we want to look at and get folders into is nutrition. You need to make a carbohydrate, eating disorders, fad diets, fats, food and micronutrients, and proteins. After you get those folders made, then again, make sure you send me, after you get me as the editor, please send the folder to me, and then I will put you in this black folder for me, and I'll be able to access it. I use these folders quite a bit. We'll do work every day that we'll basically put into these folders, and this is a place that your homework will be stored, or not necessarily homework, but classwork. So if you could do that, that's going to be your main accomplishment that I'd like you to be able to get done on Tuesday. Now let's turn our attention back to this particular lesson. Since this is view only, you'll need to go to File and then make a copy. And I always get rid of the copy of. And then right down here, you're going to put it in your drug addiction folder. So we'd go find your folder. So we go into addiction, drugs, and then drug addiction. And then you would put it in here. You'd hit select and put it in here. And then you'd be able to type on it. And we'll work on this then on Thursday. So we're going to go ahead and cancel out of this. So feel free to take a look at the lesson. And I will be going over, there's an important letter that I will review with you that I'll need to have your parents sign. And then you need to bring that back into class then on Monday of next week. At any time you feel free, you feel you're confused or anything, I will be online and feel free to drop me a line. But I'm looking forward to a great year. I'll do a little bit more of introduction of who I am and so forth. But I'm excited to have you as my students, and so I look forward to working with you. Stay safe and warm. I will see you on Thursday.